Section 2, the unused title. Now, what a lot of people have said about Odyssey is that it is not an Assassin's Creed game because it doesn't focus on the main components, that being the Assassin Brotherhood and the Templar Order, etc. The people who say this are both right and wrong. Odyssey is not an Assassin's Creed game in regards to its normal conventions, but it is based on certain aspects of the lore of Assassin's Creed, with them being the first civilization, Pieces of Eden, a secretive group plotting to impose world order, and a somewhat modern day. I mean, why is the modern day so poorly managed? Motherfucker. Odyssey is in the same boat as Rogue One, a Star Wars story, is to the main Star Wars continuity. It is not about the main ongoing story, but it is based within it somewhere. Nonetheless, for what Odyssey is in terms of its story, upon experiencing both the game and the book, and ultimately preferring the book, it is an enjoyable, intriguing and captivating story. This leads me onto the game's unused title. Assassin's Creed Odyssey was originally named Odyssey, an Assassin's Creed adventure. Now, that title, contextually speaking, is far more reasonable and appropriate for the game, and Ubisoft should have used it, absolutely. If the game does not focus primarily on the main continuity such as the Assassins and the Templars, but it is based within it, then it should not be classed as a main game but a standalone. End of story. On a side note, some of you may say we did not need Odyssey, but in fact a Bayek sequel. And I agree. But I did enjoy the story of Odyssey, preferably when I read the book version, for it did have some unique things in there, but I must admit, a Bayek sequel is what I and so many others wanted and still hope for. I really enjoyed Assassin's Creed Origins to a high extent. I've always been fascinated with ancient Egypt and all its aspects. And so when they set the game in Egypt, I was overjoyed. It was such an immersive and beautiful experience for me. Granted that obviously there were some things in the game that could have been added, removed and improved, but it was a step in the right direction for Assassin's Creed. As you travel through the land of Egypt, there is this inescapable aura of mystery towards the world around you. The uncovered tombs, temples and villages, not to mention the secretive cabal dominating that world from the shadows. This sense of mystery makes the experience very atmospheric and meaningful, and that sticks with you long after you've played through the game, which is a good reason to stay with what's new and familiar and pursue a Bayek sequel. I hope for a Bayek sequel, since his character was well developed and fleshed out, we see him in some way form the beginnings of what would be the Levantine Brotherhood of Assassins, and for that he would need to move out of Egypt and into the Levant territory, essentially spreading the influence of the Hidden Ones. If the beginnings of the Hidden Ones are the beginnings of the assassins we were introduced to in the first Assassin's Creed game, then surely for a Bayek sequel we can see him somewhat have a role to play in the Levantine Brotherhood's creation, even if it is small at first and is a very long while before it is officially created. Ubisoft, where is my goddamn Origins sequel? I want to see more of the Order of the Ancients, the Hidden Ones. Oh, and an explanation as to how Bayek can somehow see through the eyes of Senu, and it is not just a tool for convenience, and also how Bayek is able to have visions at any given time but does not bother to address it, not even to Aya. I can do a video on Assassin's Creed Origins. Comment if you would like to see that.